gonna try to talk about this last topic. Well, I feel like maybe you gotta save the best for last. So, did you know that the 2010 FIFA World Cup it was not supposed to be hosted in South Africa? I'm telling you, dog, it was not supposed to be hosted in South Africa because uh, we were missing certain votes so that it can actually be hosted in South Africa. But allegedly and apparently, the president of FIFA he bribed uh, Jack Warner with $10 million for votes and bids so that the World Cup can be hosted in this country. So meaning we were not supposed to have a World Cup in 2010. Never mind Mandela, never mind all those type of bullshit. We were not supposed to get a World Cup here in South Africa. But because Danny Jordaan, he bribed a certain guy in order for it to happen in this country. So now Danny Jordaan is in the mud because he has to account for that $10 million. He gotta tell the court what happened, where's the money, what did the money do, So, I mean, I'd like to believe that maybe it's a blessing in disguise. He tried to make us a favor as the country, right? But at the same time, it's more than $10 million that we're talking about, right? Yes, maybe he paid the guy $10 million allegedly, but think about all the other tenders that were received or that were implemented during 2010 in order to improve the infrastructures, build stadiums, create build BNBs, all those stuff, right? There's a lot of money that went missing just because of that $10 million that he used to bribe whoever the guy is, Jack Warner, right? So, to me, the way I see it, it's more than about the $10 million. It's about if he actually tells us what he did with the $10 million, there's gonna be a lot of files coming out saying that you know what, even the stadium of so and so and so, it was supposed to actually be like this. It was supposed to actually be structured like this and that. But because niggas were just too hairy and too quick to finish building certain structures, certain infrastructures, creating certain improvements so that when the other countries come to South Africa, they can be like, well, I feel like there's a guy who got a tender to produce vuvuzelas. Imagine that. During 2010, there's a guy who got a tender just to manufacture vuvuzelas. Just because of that $10 million that he used to bribe a certain person so that the World Cup can be here in South Africa. So it's more than about the $10 million. Like I said, or like I'm saying, there are many tenders that were issued out in 2010 so that the infrastructure of South Africa can be improved. Think about that shit. And I mean, maybe what he did, it was nothing new, right? But at the same time, this thing actually reminds me, or this thing actually, it makes me think of something. Did you know that sometimes when you see your favorite team losing all the time, it's because there's somebody who paid a certain money for the team to lose consecutive. Well, I don't want to say Kaizer Chiefs because people are speculating that, well, i-Kaizer Chiefs yadliwa kulamalanga, yadliwa. Well, I'm not talking about Kaizer Chiefs, but there are certain teams that receives a certain money just to lose the game. When you see the players, they be like, nigga, don't score. Nigga, just miss. Create some fault injuries. Just like what they are doing in boxing. They can tell you to lose a certain fight. It is happening even in the soccer associations. You see your favorite team always losing. Be like, well, how come this team get beaten by a lousy team? Well, that's because they were paid to throw that match. Ain't that some bullshit? That's bullshit, man, because this thing, it goes beyond. It goes beyond. Even Patrice Motsepe, well, allegedly, man, I don't know, man. Like, there's more to explain, or there's more to dive deeper into this FIFA scandal. It's not about Danny Jordaan only. It's about sponsorship deals. There are certain people who are paying certain bribes in order to get a certain sponsorship deal for a certain team. And then, as the public, we think that, the reason this certain sponsor is sponsoring a certain team is because the team has improved. Bullshit. I call that bullshit, man. I call that bullshit. But I don't want to talk about certain stories for the longest time.
We live in a world where the system and capitalism turns a blind eye on its hoi polloi. As we all know that nothing is permanent, I welcome you all to the LungTrey segment, where we're gonna talk, share, listen and laugh if it's laughable. So sit back, relax. I'm your host, Trey here. See you soon.
Trejo Tebucho from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung